Talos Magic Talk Show brought to you by Talos Master G Sifu and King Dragon Talasum Purang Tenjon. Welcome back to the show. Hi everyone, this is your G Sifu here again, and today it's another short episode on Talos Magic. Today's topic is picked by me because we have been doing topics that is suggested for quite a while. So it's time to have a new topic by me. This topic is evil magic attack. So I'm going to talk about how can you tell that you are being attacked by evil magic, evil spirits, or things like that. Because a lot of people are saying, I never see a ghost. Like, I have never seen a ghost. I have never seen evils around. Like, you know, in the movies, right? You have to have a visual experience, like, you know, or some kind of, you know, maybe illusions or something. When you close your eyes, you see something, or somehow like a shadow, or maybe even like, you know, you get possessed and it got to go like very visual, right? But it's not like that in the reality. With evil magic, evil spirits, evil gods attacking, it's not like that. And I have to say, a lot of people don't understand this, and that is why they don't know the importance of actually learning Talos magic. Yes, I am promoting myself. So, yeah, a lot of you don't know why you need to learn this. This is like even more important than learning martial art and kung fu. Why? Because martial art and kung fu is like, okay, you have to use it when you're in a fight or when you're like facing any kind of physical threat, right? But how many of you actually face that every day? I mean, you go to work and then you come back to home and you eat, you go out with friends, you go to business meeting, whatever, right? Or maybe you go to school. Not a lot of chance that you'll get into a fight or even close to getting into a fight. Most of the time, it's just verbal and maybe even mental arguments, right? It's not like you have to fight. And even if you have to fight, I don't think you will actually use those things to actually put the guy into hospital. So you don't want to get, you know, lawsuit and all that, right? But you know what? With magic attack, it happens almost daily. It's like so many people are doing stuff without even realizing that they're doing stuff, and that is actually causing some problems to you, maybe today or yesterday, who knows. So I'm going to talk about a few very common symptoms, okay? One of them is, well, an example by my disciple today, because we were talking and they bring up this case where, so this disciple said he was having this problem starting don't know when, and he drives, and no matter what, like he have enough sleep or not have enough sleep, he just doze off, like very easily fall asleep while driving. Like you feel so sleepy after a while in the car, and it's not a physical thing. It's not like something physically wrong with the car inside. It's just that. And then he sometimes has to like park aside and then take a short nap and then continue like that. It's weird, right? And then another disciple said, yeah, I had that too, like before, and I fixed it. So that disciple said, yeah, I have something like that. And whenever I get into the car, you get very anxious and a lot of weird thoughts coming in, like I'm going to crash, or feeling that someone is going to crash on her, you know, like that. And these feelings is very annoying because it's like nothing is happening. You're driving and, you know, everything seems normal, but you're just so anxious and so scared. And how can you keep driving like that, right? You're not going to like driving. And you know what? I have heard clients told me that too. Another client went to a psychic. Okay, well, not a good choice, but anyway. And then after she left, the psychic told her that you're going to get some accident in 2 weeks or something like that. When she left, she started like after going and then she left, right? She started feeling very scared and things like that, and very anxious when she's driving, and eventually she got a car accident. And she was like, wow, that psychic was so accurate. But you know what? It's not accurate. You got cursed by that shit. The psychic was actually doing stuff to make it happen. And that's why after you go and then like you left and then you start to have this problem because you're being attacked and you don't realize it. You don't know that that is evil stuff going around you and trying to cause problem. I have another one that is very similar, but this is not like driving. This is like, so this person is a client. So she lived in an apartment, high floors, like 20-ish floors. And she had a balcony, right? And suddenly after like talking to this person, she started to feel depressed and then always look out there and thought of like, maybe I can like walk out the air. You know what I mean? Like you walk out of the balcony and into the air and then jump down there. It's like that thought just bug you all the time. It's like something pushing you to do it, you know, like that. And you know what? If you are a baby or like a very small child, you don't really get much control over yourself. And I have heard a disciple before told me, he is like a contractor, like he's help people to renovate the house and things like that. And he told me one of the house that he went to, there was a baby, 3 years old or something, right? Was climbing, and then suddenly the baby just climbed out the window. Yeah, out the window. And then boom, and it dropped down the floor and died. And this is exactly what happened because, you know, the other one was an adult and she held herself back from actually doing it. But if you're a child or a baby, you might be already going and doing it because you thought it was fun and it should be okay. You know, your mind is not so mature, right? And you get brainwashed and then you really do it. It's scary, right? That kind of thing happened for real. And it's real story. So, yeah, this is evil crap, evil spirit, evil magic attack. And then, okay, so my disciple who fixed the problem was like, she told me the problem and I told her, you know what? You need to change that food in your car. Like she used to have a food, right? She made a food and that food is like expired. So I told her to make a new one and I empowered it. And after that change of the food, immediately everything is back to normal. No more tanky, that was a weird term. No more sleepy, no sleepiness, no drowsiness, no weird thoughts, no anxious, back to normal again. And that was freaky because just after she put that thing in, she smelled the evil crap go away. It was like a sour, bitter kind of smell and whoosh, and then it was gone. And it smells like garbage, right? Suddenly, like some garbage just left. And then everything back to normal again. No more of that. Wow. Yeah. So this is not the first time I help people to fix this kind of problem. And it happened all the time. Okay. Similar things can happen to cause problems in other fields. For example, it can make you angry. It can make you emotional, like having emotional swings. Like suddenly you go very mad and then throw things, and you know, you talk to your child or your wife and suddenly you burst out anger and you don't know why you get so angry and then you cannot stop, you know, like that. That happened all the time to couples, and that's how family breaks up. There was another client before that I helped, and they got attacked by evil things, and they have like the husband has this like crazy emotional burst, and suddenly it's like he was like talking to the child about something, and the child don't listen, right? Like normal child. So, like, do your homework, and the child, later, and then he just cannot control himself. He bursts into craziness, anger, and starts screaming non-stop, blasting, and then the wife jam in, tried to stop him, and he went into violent mode, and then he like starts smashing things, and wow, holy crap, right? Well, eventually they called me for help, emergency, so I did the magic, and immediately the husband stopped. It's like you pull the plug off someone, and like, yeah, battery gone like that. Why is it like that? Well, evil things is around, possession, evil spirit possession. You still keep yourself. It's like you still feel like yourself, but you're just kind of uncontrollably going in rage mode, things like that. And these are real possession. You still know what you're doing. It's just that you cannot control the way you react, and then it becomes like that. Even you might be a very chill kind of guy before, you can turn into that mode. It's very scary, right? Yeah. Some people, they go to work and then suddenly like they cannot hold their anger, and then they burst and flip the table and things like that. That kind of mood swing, a lot of them are actually due to evil magic. So yeah, how could you tell? Is it really you or evil magic? Well, very simple. If you are a practitioner of Taoist magic, you learn under me, right? Then first thing, I always tell my disciples, first thing is go online. Line is like the chat app that we use, right? So every disciple can go online if they're ordained, and they can talk in that room where I am there. And the other senior disciples are also there, right? So I always say the first thing, you go online and report the situation so we can help, okay? And secondly is you can report first, or if anything, you do the magic first to try to bust it, okay? And if it is evil, you will see reaction, like immediately you stop, or immediately you feel more clear, or immediately you just feel different, then that is evil, right? Evil things around, you do magic, try to bust it, it's going to stop. And then you're going to do more to clean it up and then protect yourself. And then when you get home, you can find out what the heck that is from. Like, where is it from? What is it, right? You can find out when you're back home and have time and, doing your other things. So that is really how we deal with things every day. Every day, there are like people being attacked by evil magic. And the worst thing is that a lot of people don't accept or try to ignore and say that is themselves. When you try to say, oh, it's just myself, and then you try to reason it out, then you let the evil go and you didn't do anything about it, right? Then the evil can go in deeper and deeper and deeper. And eventually, you know what? The evil thing goes so deep that it's like a very stubborn stain, then stain into you, and it becomes part of you. It becomes part of your personality, and then it changes you forever. Like really change the actual you. And that is a big problem. You will change into an asshole. You will build a bad habit. And you know what? A lot of people, because they got evil crap inside them that is so deep, they will later have weird habits or like to do weird things. For example, someone suddenly went gay. Someone suddenly went lesbian. Like they were not. They were kind of like when they're young, they're normal. And then suddenly they turn gay. Suddenly they turn lesbian. It's weird, right? Why did you suddenly turn like that? Well, it's not that suddenly. It's because you got that thing inside you for quite a long time, and it changed you, right? Or maybe like suddenly the kid, when they reach a certain age, and suddenly they went into smoking weed and then going drug and all that weird stuff. And why do they suddenly went that way? Well, because you have some stain into you and you didn't clean it up. Yeah, that happens. I have seen my friends from high school and things like that. They have these problems too, and they don't realize it because no one tells them what is evil crap, right? So yeah, and where does these evil crap come from? Where does it come from? Well, it comes from a lot of sources. For example, like if you're in school, it can come from your friends. Yeah, your friends. And you're like, no, my friends are not religious. Like, they are just normal kids, they don't do anything magical. Well, yeah, they don't need to. Okay, let's say you're in Canada, right? So if your friend is like non-Chinese, but they're Christian, they're Catholic, they go to church, right? Okay, they go to church and then they start cursing you in their mind. And while they're at the church, they don't like you or they're jealous of you, and their God heard it and helped them do something, right? And that is where the evil magic comes from. It's evil to you, like they want to do stuff to you and their God helped them. Well, that is evil to you. Then there goes the magic. They don't even need to know any magical methods. It comes like that. And maybe it's not as strong as the professional one, but imagine they do that every week for a few years. Right? It piles up. It's like a snowball effect, right? And then you know what? The parents. Wow, the parents are like, oh, who and whose kid is like so annoying. I wish like, oh, his luck is going to my kid, like that. And then or like, Johnny don't deserve that grade. It should be my son's. And then they kept doing their prayers and shit. And then eventually, there goes evil magic, right? The energy that they built up at the religious place that they go. Okay, what if they're not religious? Like they don't go to church or temple. Well, yeah, still, their heart energy is also doing stuff. That's like a natural way of doing magic. Your heart, when you vent and like you vent in the heart, those energy will find its way to you. And that is one source of evil magic attack. So yeah, if you're working in the business field, oh my God, you'd have no idea. I have had some clients who are like mega rich and like, I mean, mega rich, like big, right? And from them, right, I have learned that, they were saying government, big people, right? Business people, they all have their magic helpers. Like, this client specifically hires a whole temple of monks to do magic for their business every month. They hire them. They output the money to upkeep their whole temple. So the whole temple is like under them and no one knows it because it's all at the back, right? And they use that team as a magic thing to help their business. So including knocking down their competitors and keeping them in the top line of the business like that. And from them, I also learned that, their competition, like the other people who are in the market, also do the same thing with different religious groups. So it's like, Asian or non-Asian, they all have their thing, but it's just that they don't tell you. They don't make it public, It's something that they do at the back. Even like super big brand that you will see, like the tech brands, right? They have some stuff like that at the back and they won't tell you. And so, imagine you're in business, how many people are actually doing things on you, right? I have heard people in the massage field, they do magic on the client all the time, right? And they are like people who open shop to sell things, and they do magic on the clients too to make you like go back and things like that. And some of them are like they just want you to come back, but some of them have more greedy goals, and whatever that is, right? Their source is doing stuff to you, and you get the magic attack and you get influence. So that's why, evil magic attack is everywhere. And if you are aware of that, you should realize how important it is to learn Talis magic. Anyway, my timer is up. So if you want to know more about these things or have future topics, please feel welcome to suggest them in the comment section below. And if you want to learn Talis Magic today, go to our website, teadragon.com, and you can get ordained or go through the free initiation to get started. See you in the next episode. Bye-bye.